Okay, y'all, it's Takara here with Vision Restored. I'm just jumping on real quick. I want to make this short. I always say that and then I don't. I go a whole 30 minutes, maybe an hour or longer. But anyways, this is a serious topic. I know I'm kind of goofy sometimes and I make light of things. But I was scrolling on Facebook earlier and there was a post and it was talking about, it's a book, The Absent Father Effect on the Daughter. The Absent Father Effect on the Daughter by Susan Schwartz. I don't know if you've seen that Facebook page or that post. I'll link the post in my description or whatever. But it reminded me of a show way back, I don't know, several years ago on Oprah's, the Oprah Life Class with Ayana Vazant, who I've actually met and talked to myself at an event in Chicago that my aunt was throwing. But anyways, there's something, it brought it back to my attention when I read that, because I've been actually working on a book of my own struggles with, which I believe stem from not having my father in my life, but not having dealt with it or acknowledgement. So in that show with Godfrey, I forget his name. I'll link the show or the video. It's got a clip of it on YouTube, and I'll link that in my description. And it was the Oprah Life Class with Ayana Vazant, Daddyless Daughters. That was the name of it, Daddyless Daughters. I don't know if you remember that, but I do remember watching that. And then the years have gone by, but I still am reeling or having the mental or even emotional effects, like as the book says, the absent father effect on the daughter. And here I am, I'm 42 years old, and I have struggled for years, and not blaming everything on my dad, but it affected me in my relationships, even with my mother, my family, in my marriage with my ex-husband, and my sons, my children. I have 3 boys who are now 20, 18, and 8. And so I am a daddyless daughter, and it has affected me, but I've not really truly acknowledged it. I have not approached my father and literally talked it out with him. And I'm going to cry. But it's crucial. One of the lessons, and I didn't write all the lessons down, and I kind of want to get into that. One of the lessons from the book was, number one, the father-daughter bond. The father-daughter relationship plays a very crucial role in girls' emotional development and self-esteem. In the book, Schwartz highlights its lasting effect on daughters' lives. And that's just one. And so this is a book I'm getting ready to order. It's on Amazon. It's actually kind of expensive for the hardcover. It's like $161. I don't even know if that's accurate or not. I said, why is this book so much? But it's definitely well needed to a lot of women who are adults now, and even teenagers, college students who are struggling in different areas, because each woman responds differently. And I wanted to quote something that's from me. Many of us all share the same or similar in nature stories. We have similar in nature stories. But what makes your personal story or your journey, your experience different than mine is your response to that trauma, your response to what you experienced. So everybody's journey and story, to some degree, is similar. Some of us have similar stories, or the same, oh yeah, that happened with me, or my dad did that, or my mom did that, or whatever the case may be. But our response, the important key, and the thing I really want to emphasize on, is the response, how we reacted to that absent father, how we reacted to that experience, and that shapes our journey is the reaction, the response to that trauma. And some of us respond in being promiscuous. Some of us react in there's mental health issues, low self-esteem, not believing that we're good enough, questioning what God said about us. Actually, that's even a bigger piece. There's a spiritual piece, questioning what God says about us based off of our idea of ourselves, based off of what our fathers did or didn't do, if that makes sense. And that is what I have struggled with probably, I guess, all my life, because I've been stuck. Now, I'm not blaming my father for my being stuck or the position or where I am in life right now, but it plays a part in, to a degree, how I see myself. I had a lot of support as a family, my mother, my grandmother, aunts and uncles. We have a very big family, and they would love on me and say good things. Oh, you're beautiful, or you're this. Some things that are kind of vain or superficial, as we would say, about looks. So I look at myself as a decent looking woman, Black woman, but hindsight, being a daddyless daughter, I didn't hear it from him. And so part of it is acknowledging. That's the first step. Is acknowledging the response, the taking responsibility for how I've reacted and responding to something that was out of my control as a child. My father left when I was 5 years old. We lived in West Palm Beach, Florida. My brother at the time, who's a year younger than me, who's struggling himself with mental health issues because he's a daddyless son. And this, was back in the late 80s,